By a PN junction diode. PN junction diode is a semiconductor diode and it is a diode with metallic contacts provided at the ends for the application of external voltage. If you consider a PN junction like this, see this is a PN junction, isn't it? And if you provide a metallic contacts on either side of the PN junction like this, it forms a diode. Okay, so a PN junction with metallic contacts provided at the either ends will be a PN junction diode, and on this metallic contacts we will apply the external voltage. Okay, so this PN junction diode is a two-terminal device. So this is the first terminal and this is the second terminal. Two terminals means two legs will be there. So two metallic contacts are provided, and this is the symbol to represent a PN junction diode. Okay, and this arrow mark indicates the positive region, or this side, this black side indicates the positive region, and this line indicates the negative side of the diode. This arrow indicates the direction of conventional current from positive to negative. Okay, so this is the symbol for PN junction diode. Next, we can discuss about the biasing of a PN junction diode. What do you mean by biasing? Biasing means applying external voltage to the diode is biasing. So we can apply external voltage to the diode in two ways. Okay, so accordingly there are two types of biasing: forward biasing and reverse biasing. So biasing means applying external voltage to the diode, and we can apply external voltage to the diode in two ways. Accordingly, there are two types of biasing: forward biasing and reverse biasing. First, let's discuss about forward biasing. Okay, so let's discuss about the forward biasing. If the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the P side and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the N side, then the PN junction is said to be forward biased. So you can see here, this is the P side, and the P side is connected to the positive of the battery. This is the N side, which is connected to the negative of the battery. So such type of biasing is known as forward biasing. Now what happens in forward biasing? Here you know, on P side, positively charged holes are the majority carriers. Similarly, on N side, negatively charged holes are the majority carriers, isn't it? Sorry, negatively charged electrons are the majority carriers. So, when forward bias is applied, the positive of the battery, the positive potential of the battery, repel this positively charged holes towards the depletion region. Similarly, this negative charge or the negative potential of the battery repels the electrons towards the depletion region. So within the depletion region, if it is a P side and if it is N side, within the depletion region, here some electrons are present and here some holes are present within the depletion region. So what happens when all the holes from this side are repelled into the depletion region? These holes combine with the electrons, and whenever holes combine with the electrons, the effect will be zero. And similarly, here we have negatively charged electrons on the N side, and when these electrons are repelled into the depletion region, these electrons combine with the holes present inside the depletion layer, and the effect will be nullified. So what happens? The depletion region width will decrease, and finally the width is nullified. So if there is no depletion region, then the barrier is removed. The majority carriers can easily cross the junction. So the forward biasing decreases the barrier potential, and current conduction is more during forward biasing. So even for a small voltage, the decrease in width is when very small voltage is applied to the semiconductor diode, the decrease in width of the depletion region is also very small, and for very large voltage, the decrease in width is very large. So current flow also increases. So as the external voltage increases, the current flow through the junction also increases, because whenever external voltage increases, the width of the depletion layer decreases and current conduction increases. Okay, so when a forward bias is applied, the width of the depletion layer is decreased and the barrier potential is decreased. Okay, now what happens in reverse biasing? So what do you mean by reverse biasing? See, in reverse biasing, P side is connected to the negative side in the opposite way. P side is connected to the negative side of the battery and N side is connected to the positive side of the battery as shown in the figure. And in doing so, what happens? See, on the P side we have positively charged holes and on the N side we have negatively charged electrons. And these holes and electrons are attracted towards the battery. See, these holes which are positively charged are attracted to the negative of the battery. And these electrons which are negatively charged are attracted to the positive side of the battery. So as a result, the depletion layer width will increase. When the depletion layer width is increased, current conduction is decreased because the majority carriers can flow through that PN junction. So current conduction is negligible, we can say like that, and the barrier potential is increased, the barrier height is increased. So when an external, when a reverse bias is applied to the PN junction diode, the barrier potential or the barrier height is increased to V0 plus the external applied voltage. Okay, but in the forward bias, the barrier potential is increased like V0 minus V. V is the external applied voltage. Okay, so this happens during reverse biasing. The depletion layer width increases, electric field increases, barrier width decreases, current conduction is less. So only drift current will be there, and drift current is negligible. You know that it's very small in value, and diffusion current cannot be observed during reverse biasing. So if you want to make a PN junction diode to contact the current, you should apply a reverse bias to that diode. You should apply a forward bias to that diode. Okay. Now what are the characteristics of a PN junction diode? It's very important. You can expect this question for your board. Characteristics means VI graph. Okay, that is characteristics. A graph with voltage plotted along x-axis and current plotted along y-axis. It is VI characteristics of a PN junction diode. And here you can see the graph. Here voltage is plotted along x-axis, current is plotted along y-axis. And the characteristics of PN junction diode during forward bias and reverse bias are plotted on the same graph itself. So this side represents the PN junction diode in the forward biased mode. So this side represents the VI characteristics of the forward bias. And what is the characteristics? See, here you can see at first when the external voltage is applied, current is also 0. That means, here at this region when the voltage is 0, current is 0. That means no voltage, no current. Then as the external voltage is increased initially, current is 0 initially. So initially, even after applying a small voltage, current is 0. Now again, if we increase the voltage, current is 0. Only after the voltage crosses a certain value, current starts to increase. Okay, and this point after which the current starts to increase is known as the threshold voltage or the cut-in voltage. So the diode will not conduct for all values of voltage. Only when the external voltage crosses the threshold value or the cut-in value of the diode, then after that the diode starts to conduct the current. That means the externally applied voltage should be greater than the threshold voltage of that diode. Okay, then after that, as the voltage increases, the current also increases. Okay, the graph will go like this. Okay children, so this is the VI characteristics of forward bias. Now what is the VI characteristics of the reverse bias? Initially, when the value of current is very less with the increase in voltage, isn't it? So here the voltage is increasing in a very small amount. So with that increase in voltage, the value of current I is also very less. But once it reaches a particular voltage, beyond that region, the current increases rapidly in the negative direction. Can you see this? Here you can see a rapid increase in the current in the negative region. So this point after which the current increases rapidly in the negative region or in the negative direction is known as breakdown voltage. That is breakdown voltage. It is denoted by VZ or VB. So initially when the voltage increases, the value of current is very less in the case of reverse bias, but after the voltage crosses a breakdown voltage, what happens? The reverse current increases rapidly in the negative direction. So this is known as the breakdown voltage. And this is about the VI characteristics in the reverse bias. Okay, and in the case of a silicon diode, the value of this threshold voltage, see, I told you, this is the threshold voltage. Only after the external voltage exceeds the threshold voltage of a given diode, the forward biasing current will increase. So for a silicon diode, the threshold voltage is 0.6 volt. It means if the silicon diode needs to conduct current, we should apply an external voltage greater than this 0.6 volt. Okay, and this value of threshold voltage will be constant for a particular material. So for a silicon diode, the value of threshold voltage is always 0.6 volt. It will be different for another semiconductor. For germanium, the value of threshold voltage will be different. Okay, so that's all about the characteristics of a PN junction diode and also about the diode. So with this, I am concluding the session. Notes of the topic and YouTube video have been uploaded. Just go through it. We will meet in the next session. Till then, take care all of you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.